All right, we are back, and I got a call last night. We were gonna do the south line of this property. I got a call last night. Hey, can you do the west line? Because they've showed up, and they're gonna cut this thing quick once they start doing it, and I got to do it first. So, boy, we got to break off, go on the west line. There's a couple jogs, a couple pins to find, and hopefully get it tied today, mark it tomorrow. Because, boy, that's some machinery. So, same survey as the south line, just some more jogs. And we got the metal detector this time. Red is their cut boundary. They're cutting everything that way. Boy, it's a big machine, okay? Look at this contraption on here. That is way over my head. Look at this thing, grabby bobber cutty saw thing. He is cool. Grab him with that and raw, dop. Crappie, okay. Somewhere in here is gonna be the first one we need to find. Probably in the poison oak. Yep, poison oak, but there's a fence line right here, an old fence line. What is the bearing of this fence line? Right about there-ish. What's our survey say? Where's my survey? I put it down next to the poison oak. Survey says I need a north 33 east. What did I just get? North 30, south 30 west, north 30 east. So yeah, this fence line. So I'm gonna follow it until I get to an angle point in the fence line. Maybe I'll get lucky. Copy. Okay, a bunch of macheting and digging later, and we found our first one, which is always the hardest. 5/8 rod, that's what it's called for. There's the corner fence post I had to hack my way into. Looks like it's cutting the corner, and that's why we're here too, because there's big trees. Okay, we got the first one. That's the hardest. The fence is running along in that brush. I'm gonna not overthinking it and just try and see if there's a corner angle in this field. I'm just gonna walk the easy route and see if, because that last one is about 8 inches inside of the fence post, corner post. So if I just go to the next corner post, probably at the corner of the field, maybe I'll get lucky. Won't have to work too hard or think about it too much. Okay. Corner fence post, this one actually had a post at it, so it was easy. 5/8 rod. Okay, from here, fence continues on so we can make it easy on ourselves. Where did I put the map again? Which way, how many? So we just found, cool video, Jed. We just found, oh my God. How do I do this with no hands? Okay, we just found that guy. Let's go find that guy. 520 feet. Let's walk out in the field and pace it approximately. Maybe there'll be another one of these posts we've been finding on this survey. I also want to think about where to put control out in this field that sees that one way down there. And that guy. And whatever else we find. 500 and something feet that way. And then I think it goes over and there's a creek draw. Oh, see the far hillside, there's a creek draw, and that's where they're going to end the logging. So that's where we'll stop. Marking line. Oh, busted. Look what I found. Someone's tree stand. Now everyone's gonna know where you're hunting. And I don't see a trail camera, but I'm guessing I'm on one. Smile. Ah, darn it, I just forgot my pacing. I am probably 150. Well, like a dummy, I came up through the field here, and now I've crossed the fence. I'm on the other side of the fence, but I should have just drove up here. Well, since I lost my pacing 520 feet to that pin right there, I'm gonna go find this one because there'll be a definite change in the angle, and I think right around there's the cut boundary anyway. And then come back and pace 369. While I was walking around the road, along the road, I found this. I don't like that. Like it got pulled. Oh no, we're looking for, never mind. We're looking for 5/8 rods, not pipes. Why are you there? Okay, we made it all the way down to the creek draw where you can see their red ribbon turns up, so they log all of this on this side, but unfortunately, I think our pin is in this ocean of yuck. But I do see a big old fence post right here. And can't tell if the fence is just falling down in there or it's making an angle point, but I'm gonna hack in here and kick around. How about whacking in here? It looks promising. Look at that, there's a lath right there. We're just gonna get into that sucker. See if there's something at the bottom of them. All right, we got in here. There's nothing really worse than dead Himalayan blackberries. They got rock hard thorns everywhere, but we got fence here, which will give us a signal. But if you put it down on the side, hey, screaming, so let's try right there. Sweet, I just used my machete slash shovel. My shovel. Ooh, I should invent a shovel. And there we go, old survey ribbon, 5/8 rod, straight as an arrow, copy. Now I'm gonna go 300 and whatever back and make it a lot easier. Okay, survey says 369 feet. Pace it. Okay, I'm paced out here, kind of walk the road, so it's gonna be short probably, which is promising because a little long of my pacing is this big old honking post like we've been finding all our pins in, so that's poison oak. That's poison oak. They're always in the good spots. Oh, I have a metal detector. Maybe I should use that. We got him. We didn't even have to chop through the poison oak. 5/8 rod. And it sees field. But what? I might just pop out here and see if I can get a place that ties these two apart and then shoots out into the field and ties those two. Boy, we might get this done real quick right now. Okay, so I'm gonna keep my eye on him. I'm gonna walk back up this little hump that hopefully sees him and this other guy, 369 apart. And then I'll get one side shot in between, kind of on the hump that you can see between. We'll be cruising. I can drive right here to do it. I'll probably come down here and start and work southeast. Copy. All right, let's just drive up to that end pin. Hey, look, I still got some coffee left. That's cool. Okay, I got confused because I got an old map. The newer one has the cut boundary here. I have this one, I was just in the same area earlier, so that's why I got confused about which line to mark. All right, first I'm going to set one up here. This will be our first Foresight, and then I'll set one up at the very end pin, and then I'll pick a place that sees between them. I was trying to fiddle with it before I drove up here, but I need a real tall back sight on my initial .1 so that I can see. And I couldn't figure it out, but we're gonna do it right now. And then this will be my first Foresight in the book, and then we'll pull this off and find our next piece of control. We'll have .2 will be control, .1 will be a pin. This will be a side shot on the pin, and then .3 will be down the road for side shots. Then we'll pop into the field with .4. Well, we can just go ahead and throw this rod in the trash now. That's poison oak. Okay, he's up about 7 feet. Just had to manipulate the fence a little bit so I could get plumb over the rod. Okay, let's find a point that sees both. Now we put it in reverse for about 150 feet and put a side shot. Oh no, I can't do my side shot yet until I get my control point that sees it. Okay, so we're going back to this hump that we decided. All right, it's in the book. I had forgot we'd already used yesterday on the other line on this job, points 1 through 3. So it's 10, 11, 12. Got a lot of productive work in this setup. We got the pin, side shot. This control point was perfect distance to pull for a post, which is perfect distance to the pin. Then my next control point is perfect distance for that. And then we'll do side shot, shoot out in the field, get those other two pins, go home. How about? I'll get this guy set up. I want to shoot through that hole right there to the field and a couple side shots down the road. And yep, that's what we're gonna do. Standing in the bright field, looking back, trying to find a gun through that little hole might be difficult looking from the light to the dark, so got myself a compass angle. Copy. So quite a few line trees along that fence, so I don't want to stretch it out too far. There's a gun right there. Because if you get too far, then you can't see between your side shots, and then you don't know where the line goes through the tree, because if the tree's facing the line, we blaze the tree facing the line, but if it's a line tree, we blaze where the line goes into the tree and out the other side. Back, and then we're going to need one by this tree stand. Oh, look at that. Huh. Forester was nice enough to tell him he's got to move it, or else it's going to get cut down. Where's the camera? I see no camera. A lot of times if you get your trail camera chopped down or your tree stand chopped down, you just got to contact the timber company and they try and keep it in the office for as long as they feel like. Maybe you can get it back if you do something like that. All right. I can pull 50 feet to that fence, so I don't have to have it in the brush. I can have it out on this road, do a perpendicular pull to line with a compass angle, and get right on. So I don't have to work too hard. I might put it in that tree right there. Well, I'm gonna lose my shade in a minute, but it sees the gun, it sees that pin. I got all my side shots already up on the road for that. It's gonna see side shots here and that pin. Look at that. It's always nice when it works out. Big old mountain. Darn it, I might have put that in the wrong spot. I just started getting attacked by bees. I'm gonna slowly come back and make sure I got them plumb and see if I want to abort mission. Okay, I think we're all right. Walk softly. Well, when you're working in the woods and you have to tinkle and you're working by poison oak, I like to employ a little trick I learned from the movie called The Rundown with Sean William Scott and The Rock. Copy. Speaking of a rock, I was wondering, what is this guy with the tree stand gonna shoot at? There's limbs and crap everywhere. He's got one lane to a salt rock. From right here at the rock, he'll get you. But if you stand anywhere else, you're probably pretty safe because he's got trees and limbs blocking every shot he's got. Well, our shade's gone, but we're set up on the pin. We've got 2 side shots. Just got to move. After we get all these 3, then we'll move that rod to that pin. And then I'm going to shoot another control point that'll tie into my stuff on the road and into all the stuff on the other line. And tomorrow we'll come out and mark it. How about? All right, well, I guess it's as good a time as any to show you guys how to use the mirror on your compass to flash your Foresight prism. If you can't find it, say it's in the dark timber and you can't see it and you're wondering where it is. First, what you do is you put your fingers out in front and find where that shine is hitting, right about there. And then you use that to aim your light source, and when you hit that prism, it'll flash. Hopefully you can see that on the video, flashing in the timber there. And so then you can be across a whole canyon. As long as you hit that sucker, you'll be able to see it. Copy. Flash your prism, y'all. Okay, there's a bunch of glare on that last video, so probably couldn't see that good, so let me put my hand out here and cover the glare and then flash that prism. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. At these close quarters you can just see, you don't have to use your fingers to aim, but it's a good trick. Anyways, I'm standing in the sun talking. Let's stop. All right, last one. First one we found. I think I'll get that. So yesterday I had abandoned the last shot of the day because I talked to the neighbor and he said I could go down his driveway and save myself a lot of time and energy. But that was before I knew we had to do this other line. So I'm going to unabandon that shot so I can tie this line into the other line. And then we'll go home. Copy. Never mind. I guess I must have picked that spike up when I abandoned it and said, well, never use that. Oh well. Bow hunting only, out of a tree stand. I'm gonna go up here, maybe I can see out to the field. And then from here, see all the way up to the road maybe? I don't know. Oh, now I'm trying to think too hard again. This sees out into the field where we're set up right now. I'm not sure exactly, but it might see out to the highway. And if it does, I can go from the highway. And then from here, I was gonna come down that guy's driveway through there. There's a house and a driveway right through there. But if I could just go to here, really don't need to start marking timber. There's a creek in here, so the buffer is like, here's the timber cut boundary, and it's gonna peel around the creek. I have to think about that. Too many things to think about. Need a cold Coors Light. Well, they're out of Coors Light at my local watering hole, so we're drinking Miller Lite right now, which is the wife's maiden name, so I guess we're just putting into the coffers, right? No, I don't think that's how it works. Well, for that all to work, I had to come back up to here, to my control point, and look at that, through the limmies, probably 400 feet. I see him. Okay, so now I'm not gonna go up there. I'm gonna dive into the project, and that'll tie this together with that. Line comes through probably right around this telephone pole, so I'll pull that for this south line. Yeah, but that's a different time. I gotta get this marked because they want to log up against the west line like right now, so that's the priority. Throw this stuff in the data collector and mark it tomorrow. How about? Still got a speck of coffee left? Ain't no way. We've almost fiddled around enough to get back in the shade. I'll probably finish before it does. I don't want them blowing out this control point, and I got everything I need to mark the whole west line, but I need this to be able to tie it into the whole south line when I do that probably next week. So they're gonna be running some big machines. Hopefully they can avoid this. Boy, if you know how many felt markers I've lost in the woods, I had to write that in ballpoint pen. Okay. Well, glad you got to see me. Copy.